Well, we've had 3 thrilling matches so far. What a huge upset in that women's doubles, with the world #1s going down perhaps on a par with the #2 seed in the men's singles, losing in the first round. Taufik Hidayat, of course, that was a major upset, but I think this is equal to that, the women's doubles. Well, next on court is women's singles, and then the last of our quarterfinals will be men's singles. So the women's singles, it is the #5 seed from India, Saina Nehwal, up against the unseeded Japanese player Eriko Hirose.
In the women's singles at the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships here at the NIA, please welcome the #5 seed from India, Saina Nehwal.
Well, she was semi-finalist last year, Saina Nehwal, a megastar in India.
And please welcome her opponent from Japan, Eriko Hirose.
Over. 5-all.
Eriko Hirose of Japan. Semi-finalist way back in 2005, and she lost to Zhang Ning, who is of course the Olympic champion now, lost in 3 games. Schroeder, Rampal, Lickfoot, our service judge.
Saina, what do you like? The shuffle. Right.
Toss of the coin.
Shuffle.
Hirose winning the toss and has chosen ends. And wants to start this near side of the court as we look down. Former world junior champion Saina Nehwal won that title in India in 2008. Current world ranking of 5, but she has been as high as 2. Has been #2 for a total of 10 weeks between July and December last year. Just 1 tournament this year, lost in the second round of the Korean Open to another Japanese player, Sato. But she's been pretty impressive so far this week in Birmingham. Both of her matches in 2 straight games, first against the Korean Bae Seong-hee and then against Tae Se-ying of Taipei. Career titles for Saina Nehwal, 4 of them Super Series. So 25-year-old Eriko Hirose, not seeded, world ranking of 17. And her results this year, lost in the first round last week in Germany to Sung Ji-hyun, but won through 1 round in Korea before losing to Tina Brown. Obviously, great disappointment for all fans here of Tina Brown from Denmark, the holder of the All England title, because sadly couldn't defend her title due to injury problems. Well, she had a very tough match yesterday against Salakit Ponsana of Thailand. Dropped the second game in a match that lasted 2 minutes shy of the hour mark. And I wonder if that is going to take its physical toll for today's quarter-final. A very fit player, has to be said. Well, this the fourth meeting between these two players. The previous three, the advantage with Hirose. Last time they met, it was won by Saina Nehwal in the semi-final of the Indonesia Super Series event last year. Very convincing it was too, 21-9, 21-10. And all of their encounters, incidentally, in 2 straight games. So our umpire from Germany, Amelia Schroeder, and Erik Lichtvoet of the Netherlands, the service judge.
Time.
Well, one of these two players will have an early birthday present by reaching the semi-final of the All England Championships. Both of them celebrating birthdays next week. Saina Nehwal will turn 21. Hirose will turn 26. And all of us here, our thoughts very much with all the victims of the earthquake in Japan and all the region. Japanese players absolutely adamant that they wanted to continue at the All England Championships, and of course our title sponsor Yonex, Japanese company, and
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Saina Nehwal, India. And on my left, Eriko Hirose, Japan. Saina Nehwal to serve. Level play.
so Saina Nehwal of India, far side of the court, semi-finalist last year, former World Junior champion.
1-love.
Commonwealth Games gold medalist, of course, Saina Nehwal. Won the last gold medal of the Delhi Games last year. And in fact, her gold medal lifted India above England in the overall medal table. Last year, she made history by becoming the first ever Indian woman into the semi-final of the All England Championships. And in fact had become the first ever Indian woman to reach the quarterfinal of the Olympic Games 2 years earlier in Beijing. Now there's a man that knows all about All England success, Pulela Gopichand, the 2001 All England champion, Saina Nehwal's coach and mentor.
Service over. 1-3.
Interesting in the early stages, Jill Saina wanting to impose some attacking play on her opponent. She'll know very well that the Japanese girl likes the long rally situations, likes to be very patient.
Service
Saina already looking to try and impose the more variety she's got with her attacking shots.
Over. 4-1.
Lift called out just long of the back line.
2-5. 4.
Again during the rally, Saina trying to Get her attack going, keep the shuttle going down. To dictate the tactics.
Just missed it.
Service over.
Eriko Hirose.
5-2.
Very much a player that's very highly regarded by the other players on the circuit, but yet to translate that into tournament victory. Still waiting for her first ever international title. Wide of the sideline, but Hirose is a player that always comes up with very good results. I remember last year at the All England in the very first round she beat the number 2 seed Wang Lin, who has since won the world title, but sadly Wang Lin out with a very serious knee injury at the moment. But she has got the capabilities of beating the world best.
7-2.
She has, and she's got great tenacity in a game. She's prepared to rally, she's prepared to work hard. She's got very, very good levels of concentration, doesn't make many unforced errors, and really keeps the pressure on her opponents. And we've seen already that Saina, in her attempts to get her attacking play into the game, is making 1 or 2 errors.
Service over. 3-7. Hold. Service over. 8-3. Hold.
Nice, good smash straight down the line from Saina Nehwal.
4-8.
Yeah, she's really intent on taking the initiative so far in this match.
She hadn't been a badminton player, she wanted to be a doctor. Intelligent lady is Saina Nehwal.
Service over. 9-4.
That's good work from Hirose.
Yeah, typical Hirose rally that.
10-4.
Working the shuttle into all 4 corners. Using the block drop, not forcing the smash. When she needs it, she's got a good change of speed as well, as she showed there, to get in for the kill.
She started quite brilliantly.
Interval.
Gives a little bow towards the court officials, as all Japanese players do whenever they leave the court. Very, very positive start from Hirose.
Yes, I mean, she's playing a normal style, she's playing with patience, she's moving the shuttle around. She likes to use the high service, which is not so common these days, and Saina's tried to take her away from that tactic by getting down and trying to be aggressive with the play. But she's been guilty of just over-forcing a little bit and making 1 or 2
20
unforced errors.
4-2, 20 seconds.
Saina Nehwal, number 2 seed at the World Championships last year, but lost out in the quarter-final to Wang Sheshian.
(11-4). Play.
Oh, it's called good. Well, Saina Nehwal doesn't like the call. Immediately looks to the umpire, appealing for an overrule. But the umpire can only overrule if they see that a clear error has been made, and quite frankly, When the umpire is sitting the opposite side to that sideline, it's really difficult for her to make an overall, but I did think that was wide.
Very close, but again, Saina, it was a good serve, it was a good length serve, and Saina trying to use the smash and putting herself out of position.
Serves over, 5-12.
Oh, that's lovely. Disguise on
Serves
the net
over,
shot. That shot
13-5.
played to perfection.
Yeah, good touch here, but again, Saina late, and even when she's late, she's not using the rear court. She's trying to keep the shuttle down and giving Hirose the chance to take the shuttle early in the forecourt.
Magnificent. What a great angle.
14-5.
But she constructed the whole rally so well. And Hirose, using all four corners of the court, pushing her opponent to the back, then bringing her forward to the back again. And then that lovely little angle drop shot to finish off the rally. She looks nervous, doesn't she, Saina Nehwal?
15-5.
Well, she's tried to impose on return of this high service. She's tried to be positive, but she's actually already made four mistakes direct from on return of service. Better using the rear court there and not forcing the play in the forecourt.
6-15.
Just holding the shuttle, playing the percentage shot, trying to move her opponent, get the shuttle behind her. Once forcing the mistake from the Japanese player.
Not taking long in between rallies, are they? Moving the pace along very quickly.
Maybe a slight sign of nerves. It's a big prize, a semi-final of an All England.
Hirose wanting a change of shuttle. Saina Nehwal says no, I like this one, I'm winning with this one. Umpire agrees with Nehwal. Oh, that's a super drop shot once again from Hirose.
16-8.
Yes, and although she hasn't got great power, problem she poses to her opponents is that she makes the court very big for her opponents. She's got good short drop shots and she likes to use the high clear to go with it, so just to keep her opponents guessing and to keep them moving.
Yes, and that's really sort of emphasises the whole tactics of singles. Try and outmaneuver your opponent by using all four corners of the court. And then once you've got them out of position, that's when you try again for your winner, whereas doubles is far more about trying to force an error. Patient play needed in singles. Oh, that's very clever. Very, very clever. Little hold and flick over. Saina Nehwal's head deep into her forehand corner.
Yes, and I think you put your finger on it there, Jill. Patience, that's probably the word that Kopichan will be using to Saina at the end of this first game. She's got to be a little bit more patient, construct and not attack so quickly in the rallies. Try and create some space for the attacking shots.
Serves over, 9-18.
Will just had the courage to
Serves over.
stand her ground in the centre of the
19-9.
court and wait for the hard push from the net from Nehwal, and then just guided the shuttle into the open space. 2 points away from this opening game. Yes.
Serves
Yeah,
over.
that's much better play from Saina, not forcing the play there.
10-19.
Pushing her opponent deep into the rear court, and that creates the space in the front court. It's more constructive play.
Yes, and I always think that Eriko Hirose does have a problem lunging forward to the net, especially on her forehand side, because of course she had that horrific injury where she tore her hamstring in the Philippine Open back in 2007. I was sitting right behind the court and she literally could not move. Very nasty injury
11-19.
indeed. And I don't think she's ever really got her flexibility back in that muscle.
Serves over.
Again, Saina playing
20.
no margins there.
Game point 11.
Rather than just getting the shuttle in behind her opponent and keeping her late, force the shuttle out the side.
9 game point opportunities. That's another error.
Game.
A return of serve, and that really is not a good sign from the Commonwealth Games gold medalist. 21-14. Sorry, 21-11 in 14 minutes of play, and Eriko Hirose looking very comfortable at the moment.
体を起こして見てね、今一番はここはラウンド側だけど、いろんなところに変化してくるから、そこを捕まえるので、あと自分が立った時も、ロブも狙ってくるよ。フォアにクロスに引っ張らないで、我慢して相手のストレートして、それでからこそ。
साइड से मार रहे ना तो फिर तो ड्राइव मारने को देगा हम यहाँ पे आ रहा वो उसको क्रॉस करा के हाथ स्मैश कर पूरा जोर जोर से मारने को मारते जैसे तेज मारने को जितना हो सकता है उतना जस्ट स्टीप मारने को और नेट से जाके आगे और उसको यहाँ से यहाँ में लेकर आया उसको यहाँ लेके डाउन में ड्रॉप या हाथ स्मैश कुछ करेगा जब तो तेज नहीं होने को
Wise words from Pulela Gopichand. Pulela Gopichand, the coach of Saina Nehwal, just saying to her, don't be in such a hurry. Keep looking for the steep shots.
Court 2, 20 seconds.
Turn the shuttle, work your opponent. That was his advice.
Yeah, so far in this match she's looked for power rather than precision. Tried to force her way through. I think the key word for her is patience. She's got to play the rallies out, because if she does, she's got a lot more
Second
variety
game.
and much better technique
Level.
than her Japanese opponent.
Landed on the back line.
1
A
love.
different type of rally from Saina though than we saw in the first game there. She was more patient, used a little bit more slice, a little bit less smash. That's certainly the way for her, I think. Short
Service over.
service. Saina going for the body smash to finish.
1-all.
Yes, you
the
can see
feet.
from the placement of her feet. But Ian, I'm just wondering about the match fitness of Saina Nehwal. Of course, injury problems at the beginning of this year, missed the Super Series finals because of the injury, I think it was to her right ankle, which she picked up in winning the last year's Super Series events, the Hong Kong Open. Yeah, there indeed is all the strapping on that right ankle. But she did say before the tournament that she'd been training hard. She felt in good condition, but there's a big difference between being physically fit and being match fit.
Yes, I mean, Saina tends to be a streaky player. When she wins one tournament, she'll probably win 2 or 3. And she builds confidence with lots of matches. And this year, her match play has been limited in tournaments. And she's just looked a little edgy in the early Super Series this year.
Yes, we talk about her going in spells. Last year she won 3 titles in 3 weeks, the Indian Grand Prix Gold event, which this year has been promoted to the status of a Super Series event and will be the next Super Series event in the 12 tournament calendar. And then the next week won the Singapore Super Series and then retained the Indonesian Super Series. So 3 titles in 3 weeks was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and emphasises the point that she thrives on competition. She finds good rhythm, she likes to play a lot of matches. And this year, so far, she's been a little bit short of match play.
Yeah, just 1 tournament this year.
Service over.
She's just looking a little low on confidence, you'd have to say. It's better from Saina, taking the pace off the attack a little bit. Making sure she gets the shuttle down steep, and that gives her time to get into that aggressive position in the front court to play the attacking shot.
Way off balance, shuttle had gone past her.
4-all.
It's a super angle backhand.
Service over.
But we see when Saina there tries to hit hard, she loses the angle and it goes flat and gives Hirose a chance. A couple of points before that, she'd taken the pace off, got the shuttle down lower, and that created the time for her to get back into a good position.
Quarter-finalist at the World Championships last year. Hirose asking out to the eventual winner, Wang Lin. But in the very second round of that tournament, beat the #1 seed, Wang Yihan, in 3 games. Wang Yihan, of course, winner of this All-England title 2 years ago, but withdrew from this year's competition due to injury.
Running change. Nope. Okay. Play on, please. Play on. 5-4.
The 9 games. Wanting to change the shuttle, and the player says no. Goodness me, I thought that high serve was going to be well along with that back line.
Just looking at Saina's feet here, I don't think we're going to see it here. Both feet were out to the back of the court.
Call long.
Service over. 5-6.
Oh, what a good call by the line judge. It was long by a whisker. Oh my goodness.
little bit of luck there, looking at good.
Service fault called.
Struck above the waist.
Service over.
Says
7-6.
Finds the line.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Slight hesitation from Saina on the return of serve. Not sure whether that serve's going long. It's a nice serve of Hirose's at the moment, just causing some problems for Saina. She's not really sure what type of return to use.
Service over. 7-8. Service over.
Mixing it up so well, the
9-7.
Japanese #1 player.
Yes, she's used a lot of building shots on return of serve, a lot of soft slices, drops, and their shock attack to the body. Very effective for her. Shows that she's thinking very clearly at the moment. Again, Saina hesitating. Not sure whether that service is long or not.
10-7.
Just indicating to the umpire that the racket is broken. Saina Nehwal. Reportedly the third highest paid sportsperson in India. Behind two cricketers. Sachin Tendulkar, reportedly the highest paid sportsperson. When you consider how popular cricket is in India, just an indication of the sort of stardom that Saina Nehwal is beginning to enjoy. It's just wide.
Serves over. 8-10.
Being a little bit more patient, go for the really big winner. Happy to pick the shuttle down, move in after it, keep the pressure on her opponent.
Serves over. 11-8
It is
interval.
Eriko Hirose who has the advantage at the mid-game interval. 3-point advantage to be precise. Is very calm and calculated as a player herself, carrying that forward into her coaching style.
तेज मार के भागने धीरे मार के जल्दी भाग तो जोर से मारने को देते तो जितना डिले वो मारने के आ जाए
I think Gopajam looking again, looking for her to be a little bit more patient when she's coming into the net, asking her to block a little more, not attack so much. Just a little bit of patience, a little bit more variety. But I don't think she's got the confidence to do that at the moment, John.
11-8.
I suspect you're right.
Play.
I mean, both these players will see this as a huge opportunity. And the #2 seed, Wang Han, withdrawn from the tournament. And it's perhaps making Saina Nehwal a little bit nervous. Because there's another error.
9-11.
Ooh, well, was it? No, landed on the line.
They're the sorts of points that Saina needs to win. She needs to win those battling points. She's in defence, and this time she gets enough shuttles back to force the Japanese girl into a mistake.
Service over. 12-10.
Again, Saina, a couple of drops and then just felt she had to put pace on, but it's too flat. Doesn't give herself time to get into good position after it. She's missed a favourite there, Jill.
11,
She loves that little hook shot over the shoulder, cross here. Shuttles behind her. It's one of her trademark shots, but didn't come off that time.
Another one drifts long of that back line.
Service over. 13-11. Service over.
Signs of nerves maybe from Hirose.
12-13.
As you say, Jill, it's an incredible opportunity here for these two girls. I know the second seed's out of the draw. It was a nervy net attack there.
It's pushed along. Great opportunity, as you say, but of course Hirose
13
has been
all.
in Super Series semi-finals before, 6 of them, but she's never progressed any further than that. And there's Saina Nehwal.
Service over. 14-13.
Super Series titles to her name.
This is a better shot, not trying to force it in attack. Just guiding the shuttle across the court into space. Good control.
There's the flat, fast exchanges.
15-13.
Hirose is definitely getting the better of them. That time,
Service over.
Nehwal does indeed lead
14-15.
the high serve. Indeed, it is long. Really like to see Saina
Service
Nehwal
over.
really perhaps
16-14.
bringing her opponent forward a little bit more. Haven't really seen too much net play from her, and I still do believe that Eriko Hirose has problems when she's asked to go into that deep lunge position. I think her recovery is a little bit slow, but that hasn't really been exploited today by the Indian number one.
Yes, I think you've got a good point there, Jill, but lacking a little bit of confidence. It's the tough shots that are the toughest ones, you know. That net game, the control of the racket head at the front of the court. If your confidence is a little bit low, you tend to just play safe and push into the rear court. That's exactly what we're seeing from her today.
16
She's fought
all.
away back level. Saina Nehwal, 16 all. That's nice. Well, there you are. The net play.
17,
Yeah, it's easy from up here,
16.
though. But I have to say now it's Hirose looking a little bit stressed by the situation, and it's her that's starting to force the attack. Last 2 points, she's gone for the big smash, put herself out of position and left the space for Saina to utilise.
Nicely done. Good movement in that rally from Hirose.
Service over. 17-all.
Just a little exhibition point there, 4 consecutive cross-court nets, but in the end, centre smash, forcing her opponent away from the net and then using the space. That's wild, really wild. She read the centre smash that time.
18,
Rather than just
17.
being patient and blocking it off and working to keep her opponent under pressure, that was a wild swing.
Yes, please.
Going to retie the shoelace. Hasn't got the confidence, has she, when landing on that right foot, that right ankle
18-all.
injury problem. So when she's pushed deep into her forehand corner, lands on that right leg, hasn't really got the confidence, and that's why she makes the error on the shot.
Yes, I think when we were watching the games in Korea, we were both sure that she wasn't 100% confident on that ankle. It looks as though the situation hasn't improved. It's better.
Service
One
over.
thing with Saina, you know, she's a good match player, isn't she?
19-18.
Someone so young, she's got a lot of experience, but mentally she's very, very tough.
Yeah, she's always been known as a great fighter on court. Oh, that's landed on the line.
That's a great lift.
Service over. 19-all.
Oh, in fact, it landed on her shoe. Two points away from a place in the semi-final. Eriko Hirose. Now just the 1 point required.
20. Match point 19.
Oh, that's a brilliant shot. What a way to save a match point.
Service over. 20-all.
Absolute precision. 20 all, extra points needed. Got to have a clear 2-point winning margin. Well, we talked about the fighting spirit of Saina Nehwal, fighting spirit to the fore in that rally from Eriko Hirose.
21-20.
Wonder the little raised arm at the end. 195, 121 miles per hour. Second match point opportunity.
Play.
It's going to be a high serve duel. There hasn't been one short serve from the Japanese player in this match.
Show me, please.
Saina wants the shuttle changed.
It's all right, play on.
Yes, Hirose says no, I'm happy with this one. Umpire agrees. Second match point. And she's done it! What a performance from the unseeded Eriko Hirose. Overcoming Saina Nehwal of India in 2 straight games. 21-11, 22-20. And she's through to her second All-England semi-final 6 years after her first appearance in a semi-final back in 2005. Well, the Japanese coaches celebrate as well. Disappointment for Nehwal, but I really don't think fully confident in her movement quite yet. But it means that Eriko Hirose has taken her opportunity and she's through to the semi-final.
Yes, Hirose there. More overhead winners. She was very, very positive at the end of the second game there. It's a very, very tight game. We needed extra points. The interesting thing there, not one short service. Saina mixing it up a little bit, but that was probably showing a little bit of lack of confidence, not really deciding on what she wanted to do.
So confirmation that at the bottom half of the draw, Eriko Hirose through to the semi-final, and she will play the winner of Gu Jian from Singapore and Petia Nedelcheva of Bulgaria.